I think I've identified or found a weird feature, in my opinion, a bug in the behavior of UI5 list multi-select mode. And here is the demonstration of what I want to say is that when the lines for this UI5 list, these are the lines here, so I'm using lit as the component management infrastructure here, and I copied these samples from the I'm re-implementing the SAP UI5. Give me a second. Yes, this is the what I used as the basis for my application, and this is the to-do list which I'm using here, and I'm just mimicking or re-implementing using this lit. What is interesting with lit, that the programming style could be very similar in a sense to the React way of thinking, because lit element and lit HTML are actually exactly the same in the concept of this reactive programming style. So that's why it's easy to migrate React applications. I wouldn't say easy, straightforward to migrate React application over to the lit component. And then the other is this to-do item. This is what I'm replicating here. And then in this component, and this is the actual implementation UI5-list. Keep in mind that React components are not web components. They are not the custom elements. They are just proprietary React kind of component like. So it has nothing to do with web components. And then, however, here in lit element creates really web components. So therefore, in my example, the to-do item, which is just another lit element component, is really a custom element from the perspective of the browser, and this is how it is implemented. So then the tricky behavior is when these UI5 Li custom elements are imported, included directly here, and then then these are then multi-select work completely fine. However, when the same thing I am doing via a to-do component, the multi-select doesn't work. So everything works great except the multi-selection. So this checkbox is not displayed there. Even multi-selection works, as seen here. However, the checkbox is not not visible. So possibly this is just a weird fancy styling, because when you work with custom elements, you are working with shadow DOM. So there the CSS, the styling is tricky, because the shadow DOMs hides, it provides a kind of encapsulation that is the styling is significantly different, the concept. So possibly there could be an issue that maybe when this UI5 lit element, li element, line element is included into this web component to the item, maybe the reason is because of this shadow DOM, and that's why this checkbox is not displayed. Let me show you again. So what I mean, here I have so this is, now I just changed, I have here an inline to-do items. I set it to true, so it displays only. So therefore here it works completely fine. So the checkboxes are as expected. However, when I change it to false, so because this is the part that is used here directly under the UI5 list. When I change it to false, here you go, then this part is rendered. That is exactly the same, but as part of this to-do item, and everything is exactly the same except this checkbox. And that's why I have the feeling that there must be some issue with the styling. The checkbox is, because of some reason, is not, and the shadow DOM, because it's not displayed properly. So that's actually what I wanted to explain as for this issue. Actually, for me, in practice, this is not a big deal, because I'm implementing this part. It's a bit a different way. Therefore, this is not going to be an issue to me. I'm not going to use this multi-select in my version of the application, but I just wanted to let you know that this issue exists at the moment.